The G World 7_D. Mayan masonry, ancient evidence of Freemasonry found in Mesoamerican art, architecture, and symbolism by Richard Casario. Now I'm going to show you, he connects the dots of showing that there was a similarity in the Americas, Northeast Africa, South Asia, and Southeast Asia. Okay, look at this. Let it focus a little bit. Okay, here's Mexico. Let me get it focused. Okay, that's Mexico, pyramid, Egypt pyramid, India pyramid, Cambodia. Okay, look at the three doorways. Cambodia, India, Egypt, Mexico. Now, was this done by accident? Okay, now I'm gonna go in for that's one. All right. Here you have an unfinished pyramid, a Mayan unfinished pyramid. All right. Unfinished pyramid Mayan of the Mayan is on your dollar bill. I want you to pick up on certain things because this has been around the world. I said before, brothers and sisters use ships to travel around the world and to build around the world. They didn't stay stationary in West Africa. They weren't just sitting in West Africa. All right, they traveled around the world. You see these images right here with their hands in the air. You also had the ancient Egyptians figures with their hands in the air. Hands in the sky. I'll get some more pictures of that. Look at their hands in the air. Here is the eagle. From this, the Mayan, the Aztecs, Aztecs. This is the Roman. Notice the eagle here, eagle here. So this is the so-called old new worlds, which America is really the old world, but you get these white folks tell you that this is the new world, and you get these goofy Negro Pan-Africans believing that, man. They don't know, and they will never admit to not knowing, so they want to continue to confuse our people with ignorance. So it is. Pyramids in Egypt with the serpents, right by the causeway. Pyramid in Mesoamerica, the serpent. Right. Elongated heads in America. Elongated heads over in Northeast Africa. I believe that's either Nefertiti or one of her daughters. Americas, Northeast Africa. This is not by luck of chance, man. You constantly see this over and over. I showed you I think it's the Maya. Here's the Egypt, hands in the air, hands in the sky, holding up the sky. All right. I'm showing you the similarities, man. How, like I said before, our brothers and sisters travel by ships. I said brothers and sisters because it were men and women traveling in ships and building around the world. The T symbol in Egypt. T symbol with the lotus flower. T symbol. Mayan. T symbol. All right. This is something that is just in your face. It's the obvious. But like I've always said, that when you can be conditioned to think that your people just come from one place and we just came as slaves, man, it really gets to be sickening and sad. But this is how, unfortunately, a lot of our people have been conditioned to think. And they hit you with this Pan-African stuff so hard that it makes you throw up because it's basically just trash. And that's what it really is. And I said it. It's trash. Oh, that T symbol, since I'm talking about the T symbol, you also see it in Gobekli Tepe. Yeah, you also see that in the Gobekli Tepe, that little T symbol. All right. So you have Africa, America, and Europe. All right. continue to go. Continue to show you images that are just too similar that you find African Americans in Europe. I want you to pick up on this, man, because you need to. You see this Mesoamerica, face of this brother, tongue sticking out. All right, tongue sticking out. This is a little animal, the panther, jaguar here. All right, Greece, the Americas, Greece. You also see that with the image of Bess, also in ancient Egypt with the tongue sticking out. Over in northeastern Africa, Greece, the Americas. All right, I just showed you multiple similarities, man. So this is not by a one chance thing. All right, this is, you see this on a constant basis, man. You see this on a constant basis, man, all over the world. How you see these similarities, man. Here are the two lions right here. This is Egypt. All right, I can go back. I want to go back to something I passed up. I hope I can find it. That I seen of Mesoamerica. All right, the two brothers right here playing their game. The ball right here, and here's the ball. What basically is the sun disk right here. All right. This is the Mesoamerica, the Maya. Get it clear. This is Egypt. Those are similarities. Those are similarities. Those are the similarities, man. Those are the similarities. This information is right in front of your face, man. You're just going to have to seek this stuff out. You really have to seek it out. It's right in your face. You're just going to have to seek it out. Mesoamerica, Egypt. Those are serpents. The two serpents. The disc, two serpent head here, holding the serpents. Serpent right here. Stuff is so damn obvious, man. It's so damn obvious, man. So damn obvious that this stuff is right in your face. That symbol, by the way, is all over the world, but holding two different, either a serpent or a different other form of animal. Okay, here we go again. Here we go again. Here's a double-headed eagle. From Freemasonry, Scottish Rite. The Mayan. The Holy Roman Empire. I showed you before how with the Holy Roman Empire you see them double-headed birds, eagles. And you have it here in Americas. You seen this in amongst what I showed you in the book before with the Holy Roman Empire. Okay. The Holy Roman Empire. This is the Americas. Americas. The Holy Roman Empire. Americas. Holy Roman Empire. I showed you who were the whole people of the Holy Roman Empire before. Okay, I don't need to show that again. Yeah, but I showed you that before. All right. Here is Buddha of Asia. Here's America, the third eye. See this? Asia. Look at his hair. woolly hair. Like a little miniature afro right here too. But look at this. On his head. On the head. Mistext too. Go ahead, the third eye. Alright. I'm showing you so many similarities. Oh, look at this. Even under your money. The pyramids with the all-seeing eye. Alright. Continue to go. And to continue to show you your history. Because like I said before, this stuff is in your face, man. This stuff is in your face, but you're going to have to do the research. You can't Google this. Or listen to goofballs who would just say that we're just descended of slaves from Africa, which is ridiculous. See, this is, like I said, Mexico again. Is Mexico. Egypt. Cambodia. Those are 3 door entries. Each one of them. I said before earlier. Look at this. Each one of them. Come on, man. This is nothing new. This is nothing new. This is nothing new. The figures holding up images with their hands are sticking up to the air. Like they're holding up the sky. It's like you see that in ancient Egypt. See that in ancient Egypt? No. Olmecs. The little Negro, short Negroes holding up thing. You see them holding up them blocks with their hands up in the air like they're holding up the sky. Alright. Ancient Egypt. Right. Asia. Third eye. Got Egypt. Sun disk like a third eye. Egypt again. Here's Americas. Alright. Here's Americas. This stuff is like, it's just totally in your face, man. You just gotta, like I said, you gotta continue to do the research and gotta know what you're talking about. And when you listen to these goofballs, like I said, like Angel Miss Jordan, he doesn't know what he's talking about. And he's giving you misinformation. Like I said, I've been studying this for years. You know? And this is just something that just didn't come to me overnight. It took years of studying this stuff, man. Years of studying stuff. Egypt, Mexico, little disc, and little figure with the tongue sticking out. Like you see in Egypt with Best. This is all over the planet. You know, all over the planet. You see this, look at this. Mexico, Egypt, Mexico. See the 3 entrance way? And then the twin serpents down here at the bottom of the steps. Twin serpents around the sun disk in Egypt. This, like I said, this information is fully accessible if you want to go look for it and go seek it out yourself. If you don't care, you won't find it, but the information is fully accessible. It's fully accessible for you to obtain and grasp this information. It's in your face. All this information is technically in your face, but you gotta want to get it and seek it. If you don't want to get it and seek it, you'll never know. And you will remain ignorant to the truth. You remain ignorant to your true history. You just think of yourself as a slave from Africa, not realizing that brothers and sisters sailed around the damn planet. I've said that over and over again. They sailed around on the damn planet. They sailed around the world. Here's Angkor Wat. in Asia and Cambodia. Those are a bunch of Negroes too. And they had connections to the Americas. They also had a connection to America. You know, but they had here is the Khmer and Kowat. So look at the pyramids. Look at the American pyramids. The Mayan. You know, look at their similarities. Okay. Look at the similarities. Americas, Asia. America, Asia. Look at the top. Steps. Also Egypt too, with the way this is done. Alright. Asia, pyramids, Americas. Asia, Americas. Asia. Get a good focus. Asia, Americas. Okay. Americas. See them serpents? Asia. Asia, Americas. Asia, Americas. This stuff is just so much in your face. Asia, the Americas. Americas, Asia. Don't you see the similarity? Don't you see the similarity? Big old doorway going through. Asia, and that's a straight up Negro. You look at it, straight up, all them carvers over there in Cold Water in Cambodia. That's Asia. This is the Americas. Asia, the Americas. You see the elephant right there? Image of the elephant right there. Slightly different design, but it's still the same. Asia, hands up in the air, like I said, Egypt, the Americas. Hands up in the air, like they hold something, they hold the sky up. Human feline. You see this in Asia and Americas and Africa. Mayan, the Khmer. Sounds close to Kemet. See, I want you to pick up on everything. The third eye, you see that. You see that. Maya. Khmer. So Buddha's mother's Maya. So, Mayans. Khmer. right, I showed you that to show you the similarities on 3 different continents. All right, and like I said before, our ancient ancestors traveled around the globe. They used boats. They went to various different locations, and they built. And they built these pyramids. They sort of line up with each other at different parts of the world. From different parts of the world, they built these pyramids in an angle and alignment where they line across. And they have to do that with it looking at the stars, the direction of the stars, how the stars are aligned. They're building structures over Asia, Africa, and to the Americas. They just line them perfectly, like in a straight line. Or you can just make a line across the globe. And that's how they built their structures, which is incredible. These were no primitive people. These were highly advanced people. Prior to the, especially prior to the comet, which basically, comet or meteor that hit the Earth, and basically did probably wiped out a large part of the population at that time. But um, our brothers and sisters before that and after that were building great civilizations around the planet. But unfortunately, like I said, you get these Pan-Africans, man, who just believe that they're descendant of West African slaves. It's sad, man. It's really sick. And they try to go by DNA, not realizing that the fact is that the DNA markers that they use in Americas are that of Asians, not of the Aboriginal blacks that were here. They use that of Asians. It's sad, man. The original people here were so-called black people. And the people who built the civilization were so-called black people. We're their descendants. Just like the black people in Brazil. Majority of them were already there. Yeah, you had a large number of African slaves brought there. You had the black people already there who mixed in with the black people who brought over slaves. A lot of black people who were there, the ones who were already there were the ones who originally made slaves. Those are the ones who did not escape the fall of the black empires in America. Once those empires had fallen, those blacks were forced into slavery. Some of the ones who didn't get forced into slavery were able to flee and to go to other lands. Some of them got out, maybe went to the Pacific. Some of them actually went to Africa, all right, or to Europe, but they fled up out of here. Those are the ones who were able to escape. But a lot of the ones who weren't able to escape were made into slaves, and they made it and procreated with the Africans. So you had Aboriginal blacks who then procreated with African blacks in Brazil. That's what black Brazilians are. All right. They're taught that, quote, they're African descendant of African slaves, and most of them are descendant of the blacks who are already there, but they did bring a large number of slaves there. Same thing for the Caribbean. But here in America, most of us are descendant of Aboriginal blacks and black Europeans. And you did have a few black slaves from Africa came here, but they were basically absorbed because their number wasn't at the amount as the black Aboriginals and the black Europeans that were here. All right, so I just showed you the structures of black people around the world, what we've done. They traveled by ships and boats, sailed around the world, and pumped their knowledge around the world. So this wasn't they just wasn't landlocked to West Africa. You gotta get that ahead. People who are telling you that and denying the fact that we are descendants of the original black people here. Remember, it was the Aboriginal black people. The native people is just for white people and these Asian people or these Eurasian people. And some of them may have black mixture, and that's what happened to some of the black tribes. Some of them were wiped out. Some of them had amalgamated, and they adopted some of these Asians. Some of them amalgamated with them damn Asians, and they created these little mixed breed children with them and with white people. And they are the result to them people today. A lot of those Asians run around knowing the customs, some of the customs of our people. They are the result of mixed breeding between some of the blacks who had their daughters marry a Mongoloid person or a white person, and it produced a half-breed child. And this is what you get, what you have today. So, but some of my people refuse to do that. And some of them will reclassify into being, quote, Negroes or Africans, when we're not Africans. All right, and I'm explaining it to you. We're not Africans. So I'm finish up with this video. I want brothers and sisters to continue to do this research, man. This information in your face. Like I said, I don't listen to people like Andrew Mitchell. I can't stand him. I can't stand people like Umar Johnson. I can't stand Sarah Sunusetti because they're misinforming our people. They're extremely ignorant to our people's history. They just fall on DNA. Now I understand that DNA trick was started in the 90s, man. Well, they actually before that, but mainly in the 90s where I picked up on it and how they were trying to use that as a way to rewrite our history. At that time, they were trying to write our history out of ancient Egypt, and they're trying to do that mess today. And so many people keep talking about West Africa, West Africa, West Africa, West Africa, when most of the Negroes in West Africa aren't even from West Africa. All right, so this is another video. I just want to get this one done. It's from this book. It's a good book, Mayan Masonry by Richard Casario. Ancient evidence of Freemasonry found in Mesoamerican architecture and symbolism. So you can study the Kemet. You can study here in Tai Marais. You can also study over in what we call Asia or Issa. You can study over Asia. So you had the blacks over in Asia, the blacks here in America. I showed you blacks in Africa and blacks in Europe. It was a connection. I keep mentioning this. They sailed by ships sailing. Many areas might have been overpopulated, or people had different ideas, or people wanted to spread their ideas to different lands and regions, so they migrated out. Or looking for different minerals, so they traveled. They knew where they was at, so they traveled and sailed the seas. These brothers and sisters, like I mentioned in my other video before, they're able to travel the seas looking for copper and tin in America, travel up the Mississippi, to the Illinois, to the Ohio River, to Lake Michigan. They was able to travel the seas. They knew the seas. You have to understand that. You cannot simplify your history that you came over as slaves and we just hit 500 years ago. That's insane. That's ignorant. That's outdated. And really people like that who continue to push that slave narrative like that is really an enemy to our people. I said that in my other videos. They are enemies, man. They're traitors and they're enemies and they're very ignorant because they're not willing to do the research and open up and expand their mind and expand their knowledge on our true history. And this is sad. And you're willing to give up your history to these foreigners. When I seen that Clyburn gave, talking about giving some money to these fake ass people who call themselves I think there was a fake white people called themselves the Catawba, or Chickasaw, one of the Indian groups. I laughed because they originally were black. I showed you that in my past post, man. Those are originally black people, and black people in the South, they're their descendants there today, but they're reclassified as Negroes or Africans when they're not Africans. But unfortunately, so many Pan-Africans have not done the study. They not have put in research because they're not going to do that because they have been indoctrinated at their white universities or their Negro universities taught by some white professor, some white liberal professor, or some brainwashed Negro who's educated by some white Caucasians. You have to understand, man. We must regain our history. We must get back this knowledge. This is our history. We must take everything back. Everything back, man. Everything back. I've been studying this for years, man. We have to take every damn thing back. This is our history, man. We have to take it all back. All back. And I don't have time for games with these silly Pan-Africans, man, who just stuck on us being they don't think that we have the intelligence to sail around the world. That's how self-hating these guys are. Those fools don't think we have the intelligence to have sailed around the world. Man, please. That is ignorant. That's a traitor who thinks that way. Peace and love.